Hello everyone, Colin here. How are you? I hope you're doing very, very well. It is the latter part of September, so we're just coming up to October, and I hope everyone's had a wonderful summer. I know that, as I say, the fall is just upon us, and of course that brings us really into the last 90-day stretch of the year, and we want to make it productive. We want to make it very active, and we've got a lot going on between now and the end of the year, and I know you do as well. So I'm just going to share a few things with you this morning. First of all, I hope that you've been kind of keeping up to date with your 2011 business plan. Obviously that's an ongoing strategy you need to employ, but certainly for the next 90 days you want to think about where are you with your goals, what have you achieved, and certainly what would you like to achieve in the next 90 days. So do a little thought process around that. Work on some objectives for the next 90 days and start thinking about your 2012 business plan and the opportunities you're going to have available to you in the coming year, 2012. As you know, we got VERICO Academy, and Ellen Watt will be sending out more information very, very shortly on that. She's also a great expert in terms of business planning, so you'll see some information. We'll be putting on some webinars and how to help you with those business planning sessions for 2012. So look for those webinars, and you'll be very happy and very pleased to participate in getting your business and your life organized for 2012. I guess obviously a lot of things are happening on the economic side right now. I think every time we pick up the paper there's different articles related to the economy, what's happening, European fallout, the potential collapse of various countries in regards to the payment of debt is prevailing in the news, and I know for a lot of people it can be fairly worrisome related to that. I know that I've tried to kind of align your thoughts a little bit around the economic news. I'm not an economic expert, none of us are. What I guess the reliance we have to look at is the fact that the best minds in the world are trying to solve the economic issues that are in the world today. One of the bright spots, of course, as we know in the economic forefront, is Canada. We've come out of which we really haven't come out of the recessionary time since 2007, 2008. They've continued on. But Canada has been an anomaly. They've done very, very well in relation to our economic environment. We're very pleased. And so even next year, the economic forecast looks for continued 2% growth, and as we know, continuing low interest rates. So that gives us some stability. Our unemployment figures are looking fairly good, and generally our real estate markets are fairly solid across Canada. So we're seeing a lot of opportunity, and so I think what it comes down to, as I've said in many times in these videos, how do we create that opportunity? What's our opportunity level here? So I think when you look at it, as I always said, you be aware of the economic conditions around you, but control your own environment, which is really important. Controlling your own environment really comes down to, obviously, how do you get customers and how do you keep customers. And I think that one of the very important aspects is make sure you create a great customer experience with everyone you have the opportunity to come in contact with. That in itself will create opportunity for you. That in itself will make people refer business to you. And so I think that it always starts, you build the way, as they say, to Rome is one brick at a time, and the way to success is one brick at a time. And that means one customer at a time. And every time you have an experience with a customer, create the best mortgage experience that you can. That in itself will take you to the levels of success. Remember, no matter what chaos or situation is going on around you, there's always opportunity, and I know that you'll find that opportunity, and we're there to help you and work with you to find that opportunity. So those are a couple of comments there. I do want to give a bit of a hello and acknowledgement. As we know, we've got so many tremendous people serving in many, many ways across the country in many of the associations, and they do such great work, not just from association work, but charitable work. But one of the recent ones is we were at the Amba conference, the Alberta Mortgage Brokers Conference, and one of our own there got an award. Len Lane from VERICO Brokers for Life got the Amba Executive Award, and this is for high professional standards. And so I'm very pleased when I see this kind of acknowledgement, because it really exemplifies who we all are across Canada and how we differentiate ourselves by our quality. So Len, congratulations to you and to all those others that are doing such great work across the country. I'm going to flip the page here, so you can see this is really live. In any event, we've got a couple of other things coming up. We've got the Investor Forum coming up in November, and the dates will be on the video below here for that. Garth Ellis will be moderating that. We've got some strong participants from VERICO on the West Coast on that particular panel. We did the same sponsorship back east, and we had tremendous response to that. So we are getting the VERICO name out there in various ways and showing the quality of our VERICO members to consumers in very very interesting quality aspect ways. I do want to say, obviously, this is not that far off. We've got the camp conference coming November 20th to 22nd. That's always a very busy time, and I know we have many, many people attend that across Canada, attend that conference. As you've seen the announcements and the invites, we've got our VERICO soiree, which we say is putting on the Ritz at the Ritz-Carlton, and we're very excited about it. A bit of a different format for us this year, but you'll be very, very pleased for that, and we want you to know that's obviously open to all licensees and agents across Canada. Even if you're not attending the camp conference, but you're in the area or want to participate, we really welcome you to be there. We're going to have a nice selection of hors d'oeuvres, refreshments, prizes, and of course we're going to our good lending partners and suppliers will be joining us for that event. So we hope you can make it. We look forward to seeing you there. Also around the camp conference, we have our annual licensee retreat or meeting, and we'll continue to have that as well, and that will be November 20th, the Sunday morning, and more details of that will be coming as well. I'm going to go, there's a number of announcements I could go through, but really, as I've said to you before, go on VERICO Mortgage Magazine. Start your day with a cup of coffee, VERICO Mortgage Magazine, and that'll give you all the highlights of what's coming up, all our webinars, our information, all our announcements, and you know we got a lot more announcements coming up in the next 90 days. But that'll give you a preview of things that are going on, the growth of our members, who's joining various companies, because I know a lot of you are recruiting great agents from other companies, I guess, to be fair. And there's some wonderful people joining our organizations right across the country. And congratulations to you, on each one of you, for your success and your continued growth. So remember to do that. I think that I kind of want to close with just a couple of thoughts here. I think that as I said at the beginning, there's always a lot of opportunity. I think our position is, how do we go out and find that opportunity? As you know, the VERICO Canada Corporate, our full team here is to help you, give you the tools, the resources, the things that you need to go out and compete competitively. What you have is the talent. And what I think is, when you have the talent and we help you with all the resources and products and services, I think that's a winning combination. Again, we thank you for your support, want you to have a great month, and we really look forward to chatting with you next month. All the best for now.